Hello and welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Easy English Listening. I'm Max, and as always, I'm here with the wonderful Emma.
Hello, Max, and hello to all of you tuning in. We're so glad you're here with us today. This is the podcast where you can improve your English through easy-to-follow conversations designed for background listening.
Exactly, and our goal is to make it less tricky for all of you. The whole idea is no pressure. You can have us on while you're driving, cooking, cleaning, or just relaxing. Your brain will soak up the vocabulary and sentence structures naturally.
You know, Max, I remember when I first started speaking English, shopping was actually quite stressful for me.
Really? What happened?
I always felt nervous, not because of the shopping itself, but because I had to talk, asking questions, understanding replies. Even simple things felt difficult.
I can relate to that. For me, I would avoid asking for help completely. If I couldn't find something, I would just leave the store.
Yes, or if the staff asked, "Can I help you?" I would panic a second.
Same. I would just say, no, it's okay, even when I actually needed help.
Exactly, and that's why this topic is so important. Shopping is something we all do, but it often involves small conversations.
Right, and once you know a few simple phrases, everything becomes much easier and more comfortable.
So today, we're going to help you feel more confident when shopping in English. We've put together our top 30 essential shopping phrases for you.
We've broken them down into a few categories to make it super simple. So let's start at the beginning.
You walk into a shop. What's the first thing that happens, Emma?
Well, usually a friendly shop assistant, or maybe a very eager one, comes up and asks, "Can I help you?" And sometimes you're not ready for help. You just want to look around.
Yeah, that can feel a bit intense. So the perfect phrase here, and our first one is, "I'm just browsing, thank you." It's polite and tells them you don't need help right now.
Browsing, that's a great word. It means looking around casually, without a specific goal to buy something immediately, like when you're just window shopping.
Exactly. Now, what if you do have a goal? You know what you want, but you can't find it.
Okay, so for that, you can say, "Excuse me, where can I find," and then you name the item. For example, "Excuse me, where can I find the milk in a supermarket?"
Or a slightly different way is, "I'm looking for," and then you name the item too. An example is, "I'm looking for a new pair of headphones." Or you could ask a simple question, "Do you sell phone chargers?"
Right, all super useful. So that's our first little group, phrases for when you first enter a store. "I'm just browsing," "Where can I find?" "I'm looking for," and "Do you sell?"
Okay, so let's move on to our next category, asking for more specific help. This is when you found something you like, but it's not quite right.
Yes, this happens all the time. I had a funny experience with that once. I was in a clothing store and I found a shirt I really liked.
Let me guess, not your size?
Of course not. It was either way too small or way too big. There was no in between. That always happens. It's like the perfect item, wrong size.
Exactly, and I think a lot of people hesitate here. You're standing there thinking, should I ask or just leave?
Yes, you don't want to bother the staff, so you just pretend to keep looking.
I've definitely done that before. I'll walk around the same rack 2 or 3 times, hoping my size suddenly appears.
Same, like it's going to magically show up if you check again.
But here's the thing. In most stores, what you see is not everything they have. There's usually more stock in the back.
Exactly, and this is where a very useful phrase comes in. You can simply ask, "Do you have this in a different size?"
Or be more specific and say, do you have this in a medium or in a large? It makes it quicker and clearer.
And if you still don't see it, you can ask another great question. Can you check if you have more in the back?
That's a very natural phrase. The back means the stockroom, where they keep extra items.
And honestly, most of the time, the staff are happy to help.
Yes, so here's a simple tip. If you like something but can't find your size, don't just walk away.
Just ask. You might be surprised.
Exactly. A simple question can make all the difference.
Exactly. All right, now you want to try on the clothing. You can ask, where are the fitting rooms? Or you might hear changing rooms. They mean the same thing.
And a simple question is, can I try this on? Holding up the item. They'll just point you in the right direction.
Okay, so now you're in the fitting room, you try on the jeans, and you need the words to describe the result. If it's not good, you can say, it doesn't fit.
Right. Or be more specific. It's too big if it's loose, or it's too small if it's tight. This happens to me all the time with online shopping. The picture looks perfect, but when it arrives, it's either huge or tiny.
Yes, and sometimes you order your usual size and it still doesn't fit.
Exactly. Then you start wondering, is it the clothes or is it me?
I always blame the clothes.
Same here. It's never my fault.
But that's why trying things on is so useful. You can check immediately and avoid surprises later.
Yeah, that's why I prefer to buy clothes in store, meaning I go to a physical shop and try them on instead of ordering online.
That makes sense. You can see the material, feel it, and check the fit right away.
Exactly. What about you? Do you prefer shopping in store or online?
I think I like a mix. Online is convenient, but for clothes, I usually prefer going to a physical store.
But here's a situation, Emma. What if you really like something, you try it on, and it doesn't fit, and there's no other size on the rack?
Ah, yes, the worst situation.
Exactly. But don't worry, this is where a few very useful phrases can really help.
Right. Instead of just giving up, you can ask, do you have this in my size?
Or you can be more specific and say, do you have this one size larger or one size smaller?
And if they don't have it in the store, you can ask, will you be restocking this?
Restocking means bringing new items into the store again.
Another very useful question is, when will it be back in stock?
That's a great one. The staff might tell you a date or at least give you an idea.
And here's another important one. You can ask, do you have this available in another store?
Yes, sometimes another branch has your size, and they can even help you check.
Or even reserve it for you.
Exactly. So instead of walking away, just ask a simple question. You might still get what you want.
Totally. But let's be optimistic. Sometimes it's perfect and they have one last piece in store.
Wonderful. In that case, you can say, it fits perfectly. And then the magic words every shopkeeper loves to hear. I'll take it. I'll take it. Simple, clear, and makes everyone happy.
Okay, so you've decided to take it, but before you rush to the checkout, there's a very important step, the price. This brings us to our next set of phrases, prices and discounts.
The most important step for my wallet, anyway. The most direct question is, how much is this? Or how much does this cost?
And you might be lucky. You can ask, is this on sale? Sale is the magic word for a special reduced price. If the answer is yes, you might exclaim, what a bargain! A bargain is a thing bought for a lower price than its actual value.
I love a good bargain. But what about the opposite? Sometimes you look at the price tag and your eyes go wide. A good phrase for this is, that's a bit pricey.
Pricey is a great, slightly more informal word for expensive. You could also just say, that's too expensive. If you're feeling brave, you can follow up with, do you have anything cheaper?
Right. These could be useful for negotiating prices as well. And one last one for this section, especially for our listeners who are tourists. If you're traveling, you can often get some money back on tax. So you can ask, can I get a tax refund form?
That is a fantastic tip. It can save you a lot of money on bigger purchases.
All right, we're at the final stage. You've browsed, you've found something, it fits perfectly, and you're happy with the price. It's time for our last category, paying and checkout.
So, when you walk up to the counter or the cash register, you can say, I'd like to pay or I'm ready to check out. Checkout is a very common term, especially in larger stores, and it basically means to go to the cashier and pay for your items.
Then comes the question of how to pay. You can ask, do you accept credit cards? Almost everywhere does now, but it's good to know. Or more generally, can I pay by card? Or can I pay in cash?
Yep, And once the transaction is done, it's always good to ask, "Can I have a receipt, please?" The receipt is that little piece of paper that proves you bought the item. This piece of paper is very important in case you want to return it later.
Good point. And when you're buying a present for someone and needs it wrapped, you could ask, "Could you gift wrap this for me?" Some stores offer that service for free, especially around holidays.
And finally, the simplest but maybe most common question of all, "Can I have a bag, please?"
Perfect. And just like that, you've gone through the full shopping experience in English.
From entering a store, asking for help, trying things on, checking prices, all the way to paying.
So as we finish up today, think about what you're doing later today or tomorrow. Maybe you'll pass by a shop. Maybe you'll do some online shopping.
And when you do, try to notice the phrases around you, or even better, try using one yourself.
Just pick just one of these phrases and say it out loud. Maybe "that's a bit pricey" or "I'm just browsing." It's these small, consistent steps that really make a difference.
And before we go, we have a simple question for you.
Yes, we'd love to hear your opinion.
Do you prefer buying clothes online or going to a store in person?
You can keep it simple. Just comment "online" or "in-store."
Or if you want to practice more English, write a full sentence. For example, "I prefer shopping online because it's more convenient."
Or "I prefer buying clothes in-store because I can try them on."
There's no right or wrong answer. We're just curious to hear what you think.
And we really do read every single one of your comments. It means a lot to us to see you practicing and sharing.
Yes, we love seeing your messages, and we will reply to every single one of them. It makes this feel like a real conversation with all of you.
We can't wait to hear from you.
Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. We'll be here with you little by little.
That's all the time we have for today on Easy English Listening. I'm Max.
And I'm Emma. Thanks for spending time with us today, and we'll see you again very soon.